What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about Snowfall Season 4. Is this the end of Manboy? Now, I believe it is because of he's gone too far and pushed everybody to the limits, and he is not trustworthy. And now Franklin finally realizes that Aunt Louie was right. He is too ambitious, and he will never stop until he gets what he wants, which is to be at the top and take Franklin's spot. Now, after the last episode 8, I think he has no choice. I'm gonna break it down and tell you why. Now, we saw in the last episode while they were sipping on that knockoff Old English 800, the old British 600, he was explaining to Scully crazy ass that he is going to make sure that Franklin is out the game and he gets the plug and takes his spot. And even Scully said, damn boy, you is grimy. And that goes back to Louis saying Scully always stay in his lane, whereas Manboy is so ambitious that he'll never stop. He always gonna keep testing them. And in the promo and the trailer is for season 4, Franklin said that he always had that short man complex, and it shows because he's always trying to come after him. And even he tried to act like he was hard, telling Khadijah, I'm the one who took care of you when you was in the foster home. Now, Aunt Louie unfortunately had to get injured and shot, but it goes to show Franklin should have took her advice and not back Scully and to take Manboy out, because that ambition is dangerous, and it shows that he would have that greed, that he would never stop coming for him. And it proved it also because he had them set up and they were being followed from the club. And now we learned how it would happen because T was working for him from the whole get-go. So he been planning this before they even had any beef, obviously, because she was working with him and being there for Manboy before Khadijah's daughter was shot, which means that he wanted Franklin out the game the whole time, and Franklin been just adding up the pieces the whole time to figure it out. And now he realizes that this dude has been coming for me since day one, basically, and his sister being hurt with her child being killed makes it no better, and he's gonna have to take both of them out in order to be safe, because she doesn't even listen to Manboy. He can't control her, and he was trying to tell her to chill after she done sliced up fat back like, you know, a piece of pulled pork. That she said, hey, it's gonna take a while to call that hit out, so you need to do what you need to do. But he told her he already had a plan in works, and we now know that plan was T. She was there from the get-go as a mole in his organization, and she put that little fatty on Franklin, and he was spilling the beans and letting her work into the club and all kind of stuff because she had that snappy nappy and he didn't know what to do. But Franklin never did let her get too close, and he never did tell her too much, which was frustrating Manboy. And then we know he has leverage on her because he has her brother that he said he would hurt, and also he promised her some money. Now he crazy, and he put a bullet hole in her house, and so she's afraid of Manboy more than she is of Franklin, because if she was just as afraid of Franklin, she would never have done it, or she would have flipped and told Franklin, hey, Manboy got my brother, he's saying this, that, and the other, I need your help. But she never did that. She never told Franklin what's going on. That's why when he saw her, he said, how long you been playing me, T? How long you been playing me, T? And when she was trying to come and ask him for questions about, hey, let me help you. You ain't got to be in this by yourself. Whatever you need, I got you. He said, nah, I'm good. You being here, that's just enough. That's all I need. That's good enough right there. And so he never played his hand, which was smart, but he didn't figure it all the way out until Reed told him in the end, everybody is always out for themselves, and they trying to look out and protect themselves. But he was always remembering these pieces. He just didn't put the whole puzzle together. And so because of the stress that Manboy was putting her under into trying to get this information, and then she started talking too much, telling her all the business about what was going on, then she ended up slipping because she kept coming to Franklin about hey, I can help you. She done told Manboy that Jam and Jerome and them is about to come, and Franklin set her up and overheard her on the phone, and that's when he was like, how long you been playing me, T? Now in episode 9, I believe we gonna see her die, and that's gonna be the end of her. I know a lot of people think that Franklin is gonna make her turn against Manboy. It's possible, but Khadijah went way too far with her salt and pepper. They didn't push it too hard, real good, and it's about time for all 3 of them to go. And they gonna end up being a 3-piece extra crispy burnt in the car somewhere, because not only did they come and shoot up at a funeral, which is ultra disrespectful for Fatback and his family and No Neck Johnson, but they also shot an innocent bystander who they didn't really get into who she was. But nevertheless, she lost her life or got shot that didn't have anything to do with it. And then Aunt Louie got shot. Now, when Aunt Louie has a chance to speak, if they aren't dead already, she definitely is going to want Manboy and Khadijah and them dead. Now, I got to get into why Jam and Jerome need to not go ahead and follow the drip and try to go and pull out the stops and try to go kill them that night, because they going to be ready, because T done played them. And Franklin knows that something wasn't right. And when he was talking at the hospital and talking with his boy Leon, she of course had her hair bent to the side, because that's perfect for ear hustling and, you know, snitching. That's why she got that hair like that, because she could talk on the phone real easy, hear whatever she need to hear, and then, you know, eavesdrop. And she came up here telling him all this stuff about who the girls was, this, that, and the other. And Franklin had to give her the look like, who? How the hell you know all this stuff? And so now we starting to realize that she has gone too far. Franklin put it all together, and now he realized that he cannot trust her. I know a lot of people think that he can get her to flip. You see how that phone fit perfectly on the little ear hustle side? She can't be trusted, okay? She built for snitching, you know what I'm saying? And so now she didn't let them know. I hope Jerome don't go ahead and try to come, because he gonna go with his little, you know, 357, and they gonna have nothing but Uzis. But anyway, we see she tried to let him know what was going on about some, give him the plug. If it was really a real beef, do you think you giving me the connect with stop that? I mean, that's how he was damn near having a panic attack, because he realized right then and there that she been playing him. And so he wanted to make sure he had 100% proof. And that's what a mastermind does, thinking like a boss. And so what he did is he made sure to tell her, go home and make that call while him and Peaches left. He said, hey, Peaches, get the car, Peaches. And so Peaches got the car. They left. He goes and lets her make the call. And that's when he finally realized that she was no good, and he gonna have to take her out in the next episode. Now, I don't know if he can be able to use her or trust her to take Manboy out, but I'll get into that in a second. Khadijah definitely got to go. I mean, I really feel bad for her losing her daughter in the way that she did, but she shouldn't have been riding with her daughter with those gang members and living the life she was living, and she put herself in a bad situation. And Manboy, he seems to want to squash the beef with Scully because of this, but I think he really doesn't, and he's just using this as a means to an end so that he can calm one thing down, get the connect, and then he'll probably start another beef with Scully, or raise the prices, or disrespect Scully, because he know he the plug now. So I don't think that he can be trusted, and he all the way legit. And in the end, I think that it would be difficult for Franklin to use T to set up Manboy, unless he was standing next to her and told her, hey, tell him that we gonna do the deal, make a certain call, say whatever, while he's standing there watching, and after she do it, then take her out. Because if he lets her live and she has any chance or any way to be there with Manboy and talk to him without Franklin present, she's gonna tell him what happened, I believe. And then it would be no way for Franklin to get back at her, because Manboy would be protecting her. And if she end up leaving town or hiding somewhere, he would never be able to get her for what she did to him. And in the end, like he said, how long you been playing me, T? He don't know how long she been playing him as of yet, where we left off in the story, but I believe she knows that she's dead unless she comes clean. And so she gonna have to come cleaner than the baby on Easter with a new Easter suit, because she gonna have to let him know, hey, alright, he got my brother. I didn't want to do this, that, and the other, but I was afraid for my brother life, but he heard her talk about the money as well. And so now it's more than just your brother. You want some money too. So I think it's going to be hard for her to convince him that she didn't really have his back and it was just that. I mean, unless that snappy nappy was just so good that he just don't want to let it go, I think he's gonna have to, cut her loose. And I think he knows that, which is why he brought Peaches. If it was a chance that she would survive, he could have went there on his own, and then nobody would have known that he knew that she was playing him. They could have just told people they broke up, this, that, and the other. By Peaches being there, is no way he can let her live, because then Peaches would know he going soft. Anybody can take advantage of him, and it's nothing that he would do about it, which is a bad rap to have in the dope game, because then there's no fear. People will rob you, not pay you, do all kind of things, and you pretty much are asking for the end of your career in the dope game if that's your reputation. So I think he has no choice but to let her die, and it may have been difficult for him to pull the trigger, which is why he had Peaches there with the gun on her. And I don't think he can trust her to set up Manboy unless he's standing right there and have her make some type of call, and then after the call is made, maybe take her out. But you cannot let her get next to Manboy in person and say anything, or else it's a wrap. And so I think Manboy is next on the chopping block. After her, he gonna have to take them all out, as well as Khadijah and Salt and Pepper, because if he only takes out Khadijah and Manboy, Salt and Pepper gonna try to get some revenge for taking out their girl. And so I think they definitely need to take all of them out, make sure the bounty is no longer null and void, and Salt and Pepper ain't making another hit, as well as Khadijah need to calm her ass down, because it was a tragic accident that her daughter got killed, but now Fatback has died because of it. A woman at the funeral with No Neck Johnson is dead, and many other people are now dead for no good reason, and it's all because of her and her rage. We remember it's another guy, the Leon lookalike, is dead, and I think that she need to chill, because she doing way too much. And now it's just, how many more people got to die before she feels better, and none of it will bring her daughter back. So I don't know, y'all let me know in the comments below what you think. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.